Alright, so this is part 3 of installing SBS Essentials. This is just my preferred way of setting it up. What I like to do is I like to separate the uh, data partition that SBS makes on its own into two separate ones. One which I like to use for programs and one which I use for data. So, see, there's that D partition that was made when I first installed it. So I'm going to shrink it just enough for however much data you need, I guess, is how much you shrink it by. I'm just going to do half and half right now. But yeah, you can see I have 150, 1 gigabyte partition, the other one's 49. It's like 50-50. So I'm just going to format the second partition, and I'm going to use this for, wait, not data. I want to use it for amazing charts. You'll see why. That way you won't have to go in the wizard and move all the folders to the next drive. So it's better if you use this partition for amazing charts, since all your data is already sitting on the D drive, D partition. Alright, so I'm label this amazing charts. Format it. Finish. You can see my F partition is now amazing charts. D has my data. I'm just gonna label it data. Then C would be the operating system. This is just my preferred way of setting it up. This isn't necessary, but I think it's more efficient. Alright, with that set up, I'm going to install Amazing Charts next. This has to be performed at the actual server. You can't do it from a workstation. So we load up the installer. It's recommended not to download it on the server, but put on a flash drive and take it to the server or burn it to a CD. Or you can use a network location. It's up to you. So we'll run the installer. So here we are, and this is the main computer. So I'm going to choose main computer, click next. I'm sure you guys all remember this. I've done it hundreds of times. There is a little twist to the way I do it. Alright, so here we are, the Amazing Chart setup. Click next. Read through the license agreement. Accept it. Click next. And then here is where I changed the default destination folder. That partition we made on the F partition with Amazing Charts, we called it. This is where I put it. And I make a folder called Amazing Charts. So I hit enter, click OK, and then you'll see the new destination folder is F Amazing Charts. And then let the install come on. Click finish. And there, Amazing Charts is installed. So I'm going to open it up. You'll probably get an error message since we didn't run it as an administrator. And on the first time, it needs to be run as administrator. So I'm going to have to wait for the message to pop up. Yeah, first you gotta tell it where your database is. Notice it's in our F partition, not in the normal area, but AC knows where it is if you set it up early. And then here's the administrator rights required window. So all I do is right click Amazing Charts, click in the word area, and hit run as administrator. Yes, on the UAC dialog. It should start up this time. No, you'll have to do this before you do a restore of your old database. So I'm just going to make a fake practice right now for demonstration purposes. So I'm going to click next. Next, set up the admin password. Should make this a strong password. So I'm going to fill out user form. Set a password. I'm not going to use a good one because you guys are all going to see it anyways. There you go. My username is created. No, I don't want another user right now. Just click next. And we're done adding appointment slots. Run these if you need to. Click finish. And Amazing Charts should open. Alright, so there's my username. I'm going to log in. Okay. So basically, we have Amazing Charts installed. All good here. So what we want to do next is set it up for file sharing so everybody else can access the Amazing Charts folder. You'll notice it's on your F drive now, not the normal C drive. Probably want to run the backup restore utility if you need to. And D is our data drive. You can see various folders, mainly the company folder, which you want to use for shared documents. I'm going to start at the dashboard. where I can edit the sharing permissions. There's server folders and hard drives. And there are the current shared folders. And what we want to do, we're going to add one, our Amazing Charts folder that we installed, drive F, partition F. I'm going to give it a name. I'm just going to call it Amazing Charts. And click Next. And then everybody needs read-write access, but user is the name I made when I first installed SBS. That's actually my account. But you want to give everybody read-write permissions on staff. This will do it by user instead of just making everybody able to read and write from their specific users, which is more secure. Then you have to reset up the backup wizard to back up the Amazing Charts folder now. Click Change Server Backup Settings, pick up the backup drive. Again, these are all just what we set up before. All we have to do is check our new folder, make sure it's there, Amazing Charts. See that everything's marked in the folder. I'm going to go ahead and just mark the entire drive. Why not? And then hit Apply Settings. And there you go. Now the Amazing Charts folder will be backed up with everything else. Might want to add a description if you want to. It's not necessary. Just that it looked cooler in the dashboard. And you'll see the read-write permissions for everybody. So my description was user, so I want to go change that. I didn't notice that when I set it up. So I'm just going to change my description to my actual name instead of user. I probably want to go back and give myself read-write permissions. But I'll do that later. So yeah, you basically set up your Amazing Charts folder is shared. Your company folder is good to go. This is where you want to keep all your shared documents for the staff and whatnot. So like say for instance you had scans or something, put them all here, or if you had something else. I'm just going to make a shared file so I can test it later. There you go. Close this. There you go. So there's one last part, and that's letting the SQL server through the firewall. I noticed a lot of people have this problem. So what you do is you go to your security center and you choose Windows Firewall. And you want to go under Advanced Settings. And you want to go under Inbound Rules and make a new rule. Alright, what we want to do is open port 61067, which is what Amazing Charts SQL Server uses. So you can hit allow the connection, and I just choose domain to make it more secure. You can choose all three if you want. I'm just going to assign the name Amazing Charts SQL Server port. Finish. And yeah, that's it. The firewall rule is set up. Everything's set up here. So this pretty much concludes part 3. In the next video, I'll show you how to join a client to your SBS Essentials domain. You're going to want to lock this computer now. We don't need it anymore. part 3.